money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves. What I try to tell you, this country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves. What I try to tell you, this country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves. What I try to tell you, this country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves. What I try to tell you, this country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves. What I try to tell you, this country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
I think obviously somebody didn't follow those rules, man. You know, as my man, what's my man, the pimp's name?
Pimp Lane Slickback.
Yeah, Don Juan said, first you get the money, then you get the honey, baby.
Right.
You can't go reverse like that. You can't be chasing cheeks all of a sudden and then you find yourself out of employment. That's crazy. So we got some breaking news here. We're gonna let it run. We just spurred a moment. Just came in. So let's see what we got to say with this, man. This is crazy.
You right about that. New NYC King. He got fired chasing, clapping cheeks. That's what he got fired doing.
You're
absolutely right, brother.
Take a few days, you know, like 2 days, and he lying saying he got to see his grandmama. Grandmama, baby, grandmama don't let you slap them cheeks like that.
Grandma would be one of the illest people in the world in some people's minds, man.
Man, I just don't understand.
How you misuse your grandmama like that?
Let's get this and react to it. I know you ain't got that much time, so we in and out.
How you misuse your grandmama?
Oh, you got me in the back. There you go.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, you all right. You ready for this?
Yes, sir. Let it rip.
2 weeks vacation your first.
So you saying I would have only had 3 excused days out of the whole year of working here? That's insane.
Everyone.
But that's insane though. 3 days?
And then you go and do this. You know what I mean? You ask for 5 days off, right when we let go of someone.
I know.
That you just got in a fight with. 5. That's ridiculous.
It is?
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Like, well, they said attendance and your work performance was garbage too. So I'm just I need to
Hold up. Did I hear that right? This man, J Relo, not only just disregarded him not being approved for leave, they stood up. This company stood up for this man and fired another guy he got in a fight with on the job front on the work site. He got in a fight with some dude. They let that dude go, kept J Relo, and J Relo did him dirty like this.
They said, brother, you just got hired. You can't take days off. You just got here.
Oh, that's
your
crazy.
First day, you're like, I got to take some days off, man. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go, Jay, man. I can't understand. This is unexcused.
Make this make sense. This is crazy.
Cannot make it make sense.
No, it's specifically I'm being terminated because of my work attendance.
This is what I was told to put down.
But you're saying I was a good worker though. Are you saying that or no?
Drell, I think we were talking with you.
I just lost my job for going on the trip. I got my last check here. I'm about to go in here and see what they're talking about real quick. Stay with me, man. This shit crazy. Hey, G. Can I talk to you real quick? I got some questions about my check. Okay. I got some questions about that write-up, too, also. Is it possible I could talk to you just for 5-10 minutes about the write-up? Thank you. I appreciate that, G. You right here? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, like, why specifically am I being let go?
Just pretty much the decision was made out of California, which Pat talked about, and then also just really the attendance.
My attendance, that's it?
So it wasn't like performance or anything? Okay, can I have a copy of that? I appreciate it because I'm about to file my unemployment today, and I need actual valid reasons why I'm being terminated from the company. I just didn't want to just... That's what I'm saying. I'll sign it really quick, and we'll see how this goes.
Freeze it. Freeze it.
Hey.
Got to keep the grift going. You got to keep the grift going. Fuck it. Hey, you going to fire me because I had unexcused abstinence? I'm going to go ahead and file for my unemployment so I can go ahead and get that check so I can still continue to go and grift off of motherfuckers that pay all my fucking fees and everything. He just constantly keeping that grift going, bro. What the hell?
Look, that's why he keeps saying, look, why did you fire me? I need you to put this on tape because I need to make sure I'm getting this unemployment. Because as soon as I leave here, I'm filing for unemployment and I'm going back to get this money back off. That's what I'm about to do.
That is crazy.
And as I said before, Magic Don Juan said, first you get the money, then you get the honey.
Right.
Understand it. You got the game in reverse, man. This is crazy. You chasing cheeks. You got to listen to the rest, man. You got to listen to the old brother said, man, you just crazy. We got you here and you messed up. You want to talk to somebody, we're gonna have to put you onto the boss. Let's hear what the boss got to say.
Hey, Evan. I want to return my hoodie too, Patrick.
So he wants to sign the
Oh, yeah, sure.
wants to sign it. He had a question on his check. So I told him I wouldn't be able to answer.
I got this last check. Let's do the write-up first, then I have questions about my check.
Okay, now let's go talk about it.
Yeah.
For real, I don't get scared of that shit. You know, acting like that, but I do act like that. Also, no bitch, no hoe, none of that shit, bro. I don't even know how to do that shit.
Yeah, and like you can check off if you agree or disagree, and that's where you would do it.
Long time ago.
Sign it.
Anyway, you know.
Right here.
So can you just read? I don't understand. Like, what's the specific reason? Because I need to know for my unemployment situation.
Crazy.
What's the specific reason I'm being let go from the company?
It says attendance. Attendance. Yeah, attendance.
So I was approved for the 2 days, and they're saying I took more than the approved days. Is that what the?
Yeah, you actually were denied the 3 days, and you took.
Oh, you wasn't even approved for the day. Look, you asked for 2 days. You took 5 days. They didn't even approve you for the 2 days that you took. You was denied those days and said, you know what? I'm out. I'm gonna chase these hoes. This hoes is more important because you suckers gonna keep sending me money anyway.
Hello.
That's
it right there. These suckers are going to continue to send him money, and he can't keep an honest to God job.
He said,
this is y'all's fucking hero. This is the guy y'all worship. This guy right here.
He said, man, don't you know Maria out there in Sosua needs this money? What are you doing? You was denied your 2 days that they gave you, and you took 5 days.
This is crazy, man. I can't believe it. And then he's filming it like he's in the right, bro. This is the mind-blowing part. You put this on the internet?
I need to make sure I get my unemployment. That's right, boy. Let's hear what he got to say.
Come off anyway.
I can't believe it.
So it looks like insubordination? Is that what it looks like? Or does it just look like
yes,
because I need to know specifically because I'm filing for unemployment.
Yeah, I mean, it was approved for only 2 days off and 3 extra days off without approval was what the write-up was for.
Yeah.
And then the action to be taken was dismissal based on general attendance. That was what was told to me.
Okay, so that's the actual. So are you guys gonna deny?
See, did you hear? He said it was actually based on your general attendance. That means this ain't the first time you done effed up and effed off. He said you're gonna F around and find out. That's what they said. You're gonna F around and find out.
Let me see.
My unemployment if I don't sign that. Is that it?
I don't really have anything to do with that aspect of it. So you would have to like contact someone in California about that.
Okay.
But yeah, like I don't know what that process is. But this is what the write-up was, and the reason for dismissal is for attendance. All right.
Okay, so can I go ahead and read over there? Because I actually do want to sign that.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I don't want you guys to try to object to my my unemployment I'm filing.
All right, I gotta take a shot for every time this brother say unemployment. Unemployment. Can we take a shot? Everybody
I got
watch.
that much time in the world, bro. Hold up. I got something to do later. I've been drunk trying to go to my appointment, man.
Let's go.
Says was approved for, and I'm being terminated because of general attendance, basically.
Yeah, man.
And you signed off on this?
Yeah.
So what if you wouldn't have signed off on it? It would have been like you basically co-signed that it was okay for me to be let go.
And like that's a motherfucking problem. Are you kidding me right now? Why would you even be like trying to put words in a man's mouth? Yeah, I signed off on that shit.
It was decided by there was a meeting about it, and it was decided. You know?
He said, man, we had a meeting about you. Everybody decided. It wasn't just me. It was the whole company decided, bruh.
Right.
Not just by me. It was decided by the whole company.
That I missed too many days in the 6 weeks.
Missed too many days.
Okay.
How many times you need to hear that in the road,
cool.
bro?
That's cool.
And,
all right.
I mean, you had an option when you asked for the 5 days off, if you wanted, and you knew that there was a chance you were going to lose your job if you took those extra 3 days. And
he said you knew when you asked for them days off, there was a possibility you weren't going to be working. And cheeks can't, bruh. Cheeks can't be that important, fellas. It cannot be. As a man, you got to chase your purpose.
Wait a minute. It's that important when he knows everybody's going to front his trips. It's that important when he knows he's got a constant funnel of money, because you enablers out there just want to give him money just for no reason to go out and clap cheeks. Y'all living vicariously through him. Guess what? He just gave you an opportunity to live vicariously through him. Y'all just keep on paying his bills. Go ahead, do that.
It's crazy, man. Yep. He gonna say, "Hey, I need some." He's straight with the mess.
He gonna turn on the waterworks tonight. He gonna turn the waterworks on. Man, I just lost my job. Watch, he's gonna give y'all a Oscar-winning performance. Those that follow him, tune in tonight. Tune in tonight. We promoing for his shit right now. We promoing for him.
Crazy, man. This is just I don't understand y'all dudes who are not on your purpose, man. The money will get you the chicks. You can't go take it off for no chicks, man. And when they tell you it's a possibility, you won't be coming back. Listen.
you decided to do that. You know?
I'm just my grandma basically, right? And she's not.
My
I
grandma.
thought you guys were going to
Yeah,
be.
but that doesn't mean that just because you
Hold
said
up, pause
you're
this.
closer-
No, hold
me
up
tell you.
for a second. Let the white dude explain. Then we'll see why. What you say?
grandmother, that doesn't mean that you get to take.
Let me go back just a second.
This is crazy work.
I'm just my grandma basically, right? And she's not. I thought you guys were going to
Yeah,
be.
but that doesn't mean that just because you said you're really close to your grandmother, that doesn't mean that you get to take 10 unpaid days off a year to go visit her. I'm just sorry, it doesn't. It's in the first 7 months. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Like, if you go get another job, like, even if you tell that to another job, just realize that that's not gonna jive with most jobs. I'm just being.
So he's saying, Ronan, look, my grandmama sick. I got to go see my grandmama. Now, my grandmama lived in Sosua, Dominican Republic, and she got a BBL, but that's who I got to go see.
Bruh, let me tell you something. Y'all that want to follow this man and keep on following his rules and the things he do that's real fucking slick, go ahead and file for unemployment saying that you left because of an illness to a family member. They go back and check your lives. They track all that shit and see that you were lying. That's fraud.
Yeah. But he don't
That's
care.
a state charge at best, a federal charge at next. But that's fraud. You're defrauding when you file that paperwork and you say you got fired incorrectly because you went to go see a sick family member. And you putting this goddamn shit on the internet.
And the dude told him, man, if you go to another job and try this, what you think is gonna happen? Let's see.
Being honest with you, I want to tell you to be honest with you.
Okay.
You know, like you took 5 days right when you started for it, and we said okay. And then you asked for
5
it
days
again.
when you started.
Said, okay for 2 days.
I can't look. This is my first day on the job. My second day, I need these 5 days off. Don't understand. I got to go. I need these 5 days off. He said, man, I gave you the 5 days, and you wanted another 2 days and took another 5 days.
And you took 5 anyways. You could have drove up there on Friday if you wanted to.
So you're saying this is
You
just
could add
so
4
you're
days,
saying
and then in 2 more weeks, you get another 4 days for Thanksgiving. Not us.
so this is the route you guys are taking, basically.
This is the
Like
route.
it's a consequence. Yes, it's a motherfucking route we taking.
No, the dude said, this is the route you took, brother. This ain't the route we took. This you took it.
You decided this. We did not decide that you were not going to show up for those 3 days.
Exactly.
You decided that. Let's
Absolutely.
get it straight.
Right, but you only approved me for 2 days, and I requested 5 days, though, Pat. That's the
Which
issue.
means you were not authorized to 3. What is wrong with his mental capacity on addition and subtraction?
Because this is do what you want, and this is F around and find out.
Find
This is not
out.
gonna be what I want anyway.
Here, you only have 3 days off, paid days. And you've had
3 days off out of a year?
Well, look at when you got hired. You got it. Your first year, you.
That's
get 3
facts,
days.
broke only. Prison
Everyone
math.
does. You don't get 2 weeks vacation your first
So
year.
you're saying I would have only had 3 excused?
What you mean? He took his 2 weeks vacation. He ain't get him.
Hey,
And here's
he
the
acted
thing,
like he
dude.
already had his tenure.
It's
For those that
unpaid.
don't know, tenure means you've been there long enough to actually rate vacation. Sorry.
Also, brother, his 2 weeks that he took off in 5 days was unpaid by the job. But y'all paid him. Y'all supplemented
Hello.
his income. Y'all paid
Y'all
his
paid him
vacation.
big time.
Days out of the whole year working
Yes.
here? That's insane.
Everyone.
But that's insane, though. 3 days?
Yeah, that's it, buddy.
Oh, yeah. I can't.
You can't.
I
do that.
can't
You
work. I can't.
You can't.
The
You
next
can't work
person-
in there no more.
Insane.
Dude, why are we having this conversation?
Thank
You're
you.
not
You already
working here
fired.
anymore.
Exactly.
You got this packet when you got hired. You want me to
I
show
shouldn't
it
even
to you?
take my
Yeah,
time to waste
I
to
do.
explain
I
this
do.
shit to you.
That dude said, man, look, why we even had this conversation? You don't work here no more. You're not working here no more.
I don't got
What
to
are you talking
justify
about?
shit to you.
Dude was like,
At this point.
look, J Relo said, that's why I can't work here. Dude was like, you
You
don't work.
work here. Talk about trying to gaslight your boss, bro. By the way, shout out to Derek Barry.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get there. Let's get him at the end because when I do
All
this, it messes up the thing. I'm gonna get him at the end.
I want you to show me the packet where it says you only get 3 days per year. It's my last check, $1,078. I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing my whole job over this trip. I'm fired.
Don't worry, Jay. We're
Don't
gonna
worry.
support you, right?
Yeah, don't
we
worry.
gonna-
You got some
we gonna
fools out there
sit
will
you in
support your whole fucking life. Yes.
Yep.
Hey, NYC King, what those yellow papers mean? We ain't from that area. So yellow papers
Hey,
mean you
working
can't
with
get
they let me
unemployment
go. I missed
automatically.
too many
What?
days. So it's insane. That's insane, Pat. You know it is.
No, you insane.
It's 365 days in a year, and you're telling me I'm only allowed 3 unexcused absences in a 1-year time frame, Pat.
That's exactly what it's telling you.
insane.
No, it's not. You get holiday pay.
PTO for
You have to accrue PTO.
All you want. I think we were pretty lenient on what you needed.
Hey, hit the like button while this is a little paused up right now. But y'all hit the
when I
like
file
button.
for
This
my
is a quick down
unemployment,
and
are you
dirty.
guys gonna object to it or not?
I don't know that. I'm sorry. I really don't. I don't know what happens on that. I really don't.
I mean, but they're gonna send you paperwork and you're gonna have to sign off
It's
for
not
it.
me.
I'm talking about the unemployment
They're
office.
gonna send it to.
Another drink.
I mean,
So it's no like, because I don't want to submit the paperwork and then it comes back like, well, they said attendance and your work performance was garbage too. So I'm just like, I need to know is specifically I'm being terminated because of my work
this
attendance.
is what I was told to put down.
Okay. I mean, what were you specifically told? I'm asking you. What?
Attendance.
That's it.
That's literally the words that were the exact.
Is he
words
trying to
that
chip
were
him
But
up or
you're
something?
saying I was a good worker though. Are you saying that or no?
What does it mean to be a good worker if you never show up to work?
Bruh, make that make sense. It sounds like he's trying to do some Inspector Gadget shit and get him to trip up on his words, like he's gonna catch him so he can get unemployment or try to sue him for wrongful termination. Get out of here with that.
I thought attendance was a. I don't know. That's lonely. Don't get me the line. Don't give me the line.
JRello.
Yeah, he definitely fighting for that
I think we
250 a
worked
week.
hard with you.
Well, however much he rates.
We did. And I think you worked hard. And I like that you were showing improvement. That's why I did. And also, I don't know. You know, I thought you showed improvement, but like it's
This guy is having all kind of
No,
regrets in
you
his
did.
brain right now, firing
You
the
know,
other
and you
guy.
asked for 5 days off, right when we let go of someone.
I know.
That you just got in a fight with. 5. That's ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
So it's
So it seemed like the dude was trying to help him out. Like, bruh, you got in a fight with somebody because of your attitude. We let him go. We kept you on, and then this is what you gave us. Meaning, it's almost like we made the wrong decision.
Thank you. That's why I said that dude was having all kind of regrets having this conversation because he thinking back to that fight and said, I could have fired this motherfucker back then and got away with it.
justified that you're firing me. That's what you're saying?
That's ridiculous.
But is it justified that you're firing me because I missed?
You decide that. You decide that.
Okay. All right, then.
You've obviously decided that.
Right, but I'm asking you because I need to put this down for my unemployment. Was it justifiable?
But that's
or
up to
not?
you.
That's what
He
I'm
ain't got
telling
to
you.
write it out for you.
You were dismissed due to attendance. That was why we dismissed you.
Okay. All right then. All right, Ebony. Nice working with you. Angelique, I'm gonna get you on the back end, man. I'm sorry.
You basically should just be like, I'll catch you in Sosua. I'll see you in Sosua. Back in.
You know, hey,
Oh, Lord.
he got free time now. That Thailand trip might be on, fellas. If y'all can support him, y'all might just be
All
able to
right,
get
Jim,
him
go.
out to
Be safe,
Thailand.
Yep, I appreciate you. All right, Reese, man, I gotta go, man. I'm gone, dude. I'm gone. They let me go. All right, Vic, man. I know, man. I got fired. I missed too many days. They fired me. I missed too many days. It's cool. Y'all be safe, bro. My mom. No, I don't want that. Keep all that shit away, bro. It's been nice on you. I'm gonna hit you on Snap, bro. Be safe.
So these dudes know about it. He on Snap with these guys. They probably turned him in themselves.
It's crazy, man. Bro, this is a little quick lunchtime thing for us. What you think? I don't know how much time you got, my brother. But what do you
I
think
got
about
a few more minutes. You know,
right.
we can let some of these comments fly, man. You know, if you
We'll
want to
put
drop
this
that
in.
link.
Yep, let's look out for the people who helped us and support the channel. We greatly appreciate that. Derek Berry in the house. Creep Cammy, old men is wild. Yeah, hey, you know, when you can't do it in Sosua to the chicas, you got to do it to your bosses. That's what we tell them, you know. Got to bring the Creep Cammy into your bosses sometime. Shout out to my man LJ, the Southern Vegan. Brothers, this is crazy.
It is. It's
I want to
crazy.
make sure LG going to take a family trip down to Puerto Plata with his family in the spring. I want to make sure, brother, please don't tell him you're going to see your grandmama and that you I don't know what this dude did. Let's bring him up.
We're in an open panel right now, so if y'all hit that link real quick, we got a few minutes to chat it up. I got an appointment at 3:30, so we can go for a little while.
All right. Before y'all do this, play before, and this is if you watch
That's why you
Scarface.
gotta make your own moves. What I try to tell you, this country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
That was
That's
crazy.
why you gotta make your own moves.
I ain't gonna lie. First of all, I'm not putting that online. You dig? I'm gonna keep that to my damn self.
Hello.
Second, this is one of the reasons why I think this is real stupid. This is real immature. Everything is for content. Everything is for clout. I mean, hey, look on the bright side. He got all the time in the world now. He better, he trying to ball out on a budget. And second, not everybody your friend, bro. You posting all that shit online, what you doing. Somebody at his job probably hating like a son, bitch.
Hello.
Sick grandmama.
Tell us ain't got no passport.
I wish I could. Nah, man. Nah, you don't do that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I do that. At least my alter ego does that. Not me personally. My alter ego does that. But I don't put, y'all know, I don't put none of that online. If I do, it's like months later. I drop that months later. Not everything gotta be right now. That is just stupid.
But here's the thing. He fundraised, quote unquote, I'm going to do air quotes. He fundraises all the time for his trips, right? So one of the things we always used to say about JRello is what? Go get a motherfucking job. So when you go get a job, this is what you do. But then you got the audacity to get online and e-beg the fuck out of everybody else to support your lifestyle.
So right? He GoFundMe for this Sosua trip?
Why do you think he does it? It's just clout, man. To him, he's like, I need this money. I'm gonna get this, and dudes will pay it. And so the reason he does something like this is so people. I mean, imagine this: you ever see a woman when she do something crazy and she start crying, and then all of a sudden people are like, well, let me help you out. This is his version of doing that.
I remember chicks in Atlanta did that one time. Like they rented a U-Haul to come to Atlanta for some big event and was sleeping in the U-Haul, and she got left somehow. And she was talking about my unemployment was supposed to hit. And she put up a GoFundMe, and people will send her like $1 just to message her, "You stupid." Hey, damn it, man.
Yo, I just want to say this. Yo, salute Phyllis and Ronnie and everybody on the panel. This is just a poor excuse for a man. This is a pitiful human being. Okay, this don't make no sense. His whole life is a disaster story. Okay, everywhere he goes, your job and your home and everything that's your first priority and your responsibility. Number one is your self-respect, which you don't have. Okay. And who posts this? You got terminated online. Number one, you cannot receive unemployment for lack of attendance.
Yep.
Okay. Facts.
Any state.
Okay. Yep. No place. So this is just he was on his live yesterday begging, telling his story. And that's what these losers do. You're begging. You hope people send you. And the guys that give him money is more pitiful than he is. Yeah,
they are the problem. Yeah.
He says, oh, everybody wants to watch me to see me crash. We want to see you crash, man, because you don't deserve to be getting donations. You need to work just like we all do, and invest your money in yourself. I posted a video on my channel talking about leave these women alone. Invest in yourself. Love yourself. Okay? Instead of just putting your money in a slot machine for no reason.
Exactly.
After a while, it gets played off.
I don't watch JRello. I just happened to be watching another show while I was cooking my brisket. And I said, Ron, I can't believe this, man. Look what I just popped in. So that's why we jumped.
Just a pitiful excuse for a man. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that follow, it's just like, yo, Fearless and us guys on the panel, we can go have a classy man type cigar, glass of wine. We could talk business. These sort of dudes smoke weed in the street and drink alcohol in the street and talk about bros. There's a different class of men. Yeah. Okay, there's a higher standards, and then there's a lower standard. There's some men I can't be around because I'm not in that level. I'm in a higher standard. I hold myself at a higher standard. Okay, these loser passport bros, they get mad at me because I'm speaking the truth. They're losers. You got 2 stamps on your passport. They both say Sosua. Come on, man. All right, but I'm gonna pass it on to the panel. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And salute to my haters and salute to my supporters.
All right,
Well,
hit Carlos, then I'm gonna hit old Rusty, then Mr. G World. Carlos,
Go
how
ahead,
you doing?
Carlos.
I'm doing good. Can I speak?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. It's your turn.
All right. Yeah, these passport pookies have been clowning ever since COVID ended. They've been flooding into Sosua like crazy. It's just they're not the representation of the original passport bros. I know a lot of people like to call them passport bros, but they're not passport bros. They are passport pookies, or whatever the hell you want to call them, or mongers, whatever. They do not have the philosophy of the original passport bros. So it's a little annoying. Keep hearing people call them passport bros when they have not called them passport bros themselves. It's a bit annoying, but people won't call them that. So be it. Whatever.
Yeah, it's just the crazy thing. People travel. When I used to travel, I've been going to DR since like the 2000s. I never even went to Sosua. I mean, it just wasn't even a place to map. You just didn't go. I mean, and then when you did go, it was an entirely, you would see families there. You would go over to Kite Beach or Cabaretti or something like that. And then these brothers it's just crazy. I don't understand it.
They damn near suck the life out of the community, really.
Yeah. I was traveling for 10 years before I even went to Sosua. And I went there just to see what the big fuss was about. And it wasn't my cup of tea. So, it's for a certain type of brother. But they need to keep their personal business secret. That's all I got to say to that. If they want to do all that.
What I tell people is this. Just like there's people out there who call themselves Christians or call themselves Muslims or whatever it is, you can call yourself whatever you want. That doesn't mean you are that. So, you say, oh man, I'm not a Christian. I seen the dude in the club and on Saturday and he go to church on Sunday. He said he a Christian. But you can call yourself whatever he wants. So, this guy call us a passport bro or whatever. That doesn't mean that the true purpose of the term is there.
Well, it's just a name.
Y'all need to speak out, though. The ones that claim that they passport bros, y'all should be speaking out against this behavior. We're not even passport bros, and we speaking out about it. So you passport bros should be the ones out there really like egging this shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
Well, they speak about it all the time. It's just they're not.
Let me go beyond that. Not just passport bros, man. Men should be holding men accountable.
Yes.
You want to say passport bro? Forget about that. This is something that men don't do. As a man, you should be like, man, I'm going to sacrifice my job, my career, my livelihood to get some cheeks. Men, we need to keep each other accountable. Go ahead, Carlos.
It's a high level of immaturity. But no, sorry. Go ahead. Whoever's next.
Old Krusty.
Hey, gentlemen, thank you for letting me up. I'm of the mindset that if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So this JRello is not a passport bro. He's in passport bro spaces. He's on panels. All his subs. If I stood out on the corner and slung drugs, I don't have to call myself a drug dealer. I'm still a fucking drug dealer.
Oh shit.
Okay, so let's
fact.
I get it now. Today, the so-called good passport brothers are trying to distinguish themselves. That ship has sailed. The cow is out the barn. The terminology, the name is gone to shit, and there's no redeeming it. Because this is not the first time JRello showed his black ass on the internet. He's been showing it since he came onto the scene, and people have celebrated him. They have financially supported him. He's got one of the biggest fucking YouTube channels in the passport bro space. So this current iteration of, well, I can't believe, how the fuck could you not? JRello.
You've been saying that for the past 3 years.
Exactly. I have been saying, let me finish, sir. I didn't interrupt you.
Carlos, hold on, Carlos. We let you talk. It's his turn.
And I'm not telling no lie. JRello should
Hold
not
your breath
even
for a minute.
Knowing JRello's history, which we all know, he should be a non-fucking factor. But he's a leader. As Philly said, as men, the minute I knew what he was locked up for, I've been calling him a sorry motherfucking piece of shit since then. And niggas want to fight me for saying that shit.
Who's fighting you for saying
that? Carlos, I'm not talking to you and I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the space. Because the space is what Grape Bacchus, S.A. Bacchus, that's what he got locked up for.
Damn.
Okay, and several channels have done paperwork parties on it. He won't deny it. He know what he got locked up for. So I'm just literally sitting there saying, okay, I don't expect him to be a leader in the space. And he is. So we can't act like all of a sudden, oh, they're talking about who was the king of Sosua, and he was up there in the fucking running. I'm like, he's supposed to be a non-factor, but he's not. So the fact that he showed his ass, I hope he doesn't get his job back. I hope they deny him his fucking uninsurance claim because it's not valid. If it's not attendance, you're not.
Oh, that'd be fraud at this point.
He damn near needs it. I hate to see a black man locked up, but if that nigga got locked up again, I wouldn't be mad. That's where some of these niggas belong. Society don't belong out here with regular people. He done had sex. All this shit we know. If I know, I've never been to fucking Sosua. Y'all gonna stop playing like y'all don't know. And he puts it up on the internet. He's making passport bros look like shit. He's making black men look like shit. He's making Americans look like shit. And y'all sit there and y'all fucking laugh about it.
Yeah. So here's what I agree with you.
Go ahead, wait, Carlos. We still got a couple more people, man. Just write it down, brother.
All right, this is what I gotta say. You you got a bunch of cockroaches that run together.
Hold on, NYC. Let me respond to.
All right.
Two things. One, if I am a channel and I say I'm a passport bro channel, and I don't want that element in it, then I should not allow him up, and I shouldn't be supporting it. Because if you supporting it and bringing it on, it looks bad on you. Number two, I can forgive a brother who had a past. You had a criminal past. You did something. You messed up. Past. If you're doing those past things in the present, that's when it's an issue. That means you have not learned from your mistake. You have not been redeemed, and you're falling back into the same trap. So if you did it before and you starting to do it now, that means you the same. So it's hard to feel sorry for you if you have not changed your ways.
And real quick, there's somebody made a comment about, oh, well, he's from Gary, Indiana. That's what do you expect? I don't give a fuck where he's from. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. What's that got to do with anything? Am I supposed to be a piece of shit because I'm from Baltimore, Maryland? You get what I'm saying? That has no bearing on the situation right now. You change your destiny. You don't just come from it and stay in it.
Ronnie, let me tap into what Phyllis said. There's certain crimes that are forgivable for, but rape is not one of them. Okay, his crime.
Oh, hold up now. Check the words, bro. Come on.
Okay, I'll say Pape is not one of them, and him and his man were locked up for that sort of crime. Okay, these are unforgivable crimes. Okay, he didn't shoplift. He didn't go steal a car. That Pape is unforgivable in my book all the way through. He made himself famous by being a loser, by being stranded in a foreign country. Now, like I said in the beginning, if you roll with cockroaches, they breed each other. They're breeding off of his channel. These are a whole bunch of guys that don't have passports who look up to a crab life person and say, well, if this crab life guy could do it, we could do it too, which they destroyed Sosua. And now what they're doing in Colombia is that they're killing these guys because they know they don't want their country destroyed too. Okay, if you YouTube Sosua, it's gonna come up prostitution. You YouTube Colombia, it's gonna come up. It's not gonna show the beauty of the country. It's gonna show the passport, bro. And these countries are tired of it. Okay, the J Ward Miller exploited Sosua, made it look bad. They don't want us down in certain countries anymore for making himself look like an idiot from the start. He went viral. Now, who goes to a foreign country and gets stranded? Who goes to a foreign country and fights women? Who goes to a foreign country and windows are broken? Who goes to a foreign country? Every time you go, you run out of money. Your plane ticket has been, somebody tapped into your plane ticket. and now you can't make your flight. This is unbelievable stuff. This stuff never happened to me, never. And I've been around the world.
You're right about that.
These are losers and
It's almost like
feed off each other. When I hop over a plane, there's a driver holding my name up saying New York City King with a pad with the thing on it, and I know I'm going right to my driver, right to my apartment that I go to. I ain't never had no problems because everything is plotted and planned out right, and I always have credit card money to do what I need to do. Okay, and I always come back having money. But when you roll up with,
let Carlos jump in real quick.
I'm gonna let it go. When you roll
let Carlos go, and then Mr. G, we haven't heard from you.
Crabs in the barrel.
Okay. First, I want to say I agree with everything New York City King said. I think what happened was a certain group of women wanted to see a negative example of a passport bro, and that's why JRello got big. All right, they wanted he came in just in time because when those women found out about the passport bros, the real passport bros, they went on a smear campaign, and they needed somebody who was a loser, and that was JRello, and that's why he got big. His followers were mostly people who never traveled before, and then those clowns started going to Sosua in large numbers and destroyed Sosua. So that's what happened there. So I've always denounced them from day one. I denounced them. I haven't stopped denouncing JRello, and I just hope that he just gets locked away somewhere where he cannot embarrass us any longer. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay, Mr. G, go ahead. We've been waiting to hear from you, and then Buck Travels, you next. Don't tell me Mr. G says sitting here. There you go.
Hey, good afternoon, bro.
Come on, Mr. Number One Passport Bro hater. What you got to say? Yeah, we talking to you. It's on you. You have the floor. Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me get up Wi-Fi.
This brother just woke up from a nap or what?
You copy me?
Yes, Mr. G, you have the fucking floor, bro.
You know what? We'll skip him. I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Okay, no. I had to get off Wi-Fi. Get off Wi-Fi. I'm outside. I'm outside in the car real quick.
Back around, man. Fix your cricket shit. Go ahead.
But yeah, it's quite entertaining. And at the same sad. And he's exposing himself, you know. He doesn't think about it. I think people are so high on cloud. That's why I've always criticized a certain aspect of the space, a certain type of characters that come into space. A lot of people make this thing look very gimmicky, like it's a little play, like you don't earn nothing. And I'm not saying that you need to you need to earn going to a country or whatever. I mean, as long as you have your money, you should be able to do whatever you can, whatever you want with your money. But you have to earn that money by making it seems like it's just some sort of video game. You come online and you ask people for money, they give you money, and then you go somewhere. And especially a guy like that has a certain problems in his personal life, you know, basic discipline, like holding your job. You already know how many times you've been reprimanded. I mean, that's something. It's only 3 times. It's not 10 times, and you losing count of it. So you should know off top, like, you know what, I ain't gonna fuck up this year. You know, I mean, if you're on your second one, you've already had 2. You're on your third one. I'm guessing you get a fresh. Can you guys confirm that for me? I don't know if any of you guys have worked in HR. Do you get a fresh 3 what you call it? Once you hit your 360 days, 365 days?
Yeah, your time recycles. Plus you start adding on time, PTO time, certain things like that. So if you don't use it, you don't lose it. You continue to build.
Yeah, so I mean, he should have known. Like that's not that hard to know. Okay, if I cannot fuck up. Like I cannot fuck up, you know, but obviously he, you know, that's not a big deal for him because he's irresponsible. He got people on here on these channels, these fans or whatever, that enables him, and that's another part of the thing in the space too. People enable people. You know, I guess if I want to see a crash out, if I want to see a movie, I'm gonna pay you to perform. And that's another side thing about it, right?
So
You
how are
taking
you
money
judging
from?
his performance? What are you judging his performance? Is he
I
doing
mean, you're
well?
taking money from other men. Um, the whole thing is to perform for other men, which is
Correct.
very GAY in itself because you have to give them a show and then you have to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to present something. You have to present something for other men, and especially when it has to do with your sexuality and what you're doing in the bedroom, the noise and the sound. That's very homoerotic in a certain way. But anyway, though, what do I know? I digress. Thank you.
I'm gonna
All
say
right.
this
Thank
real
you,
quick.
Mr.
Well,
G. Buck, you're next.
65 people watching. I don't. It upsets me that y'all would hit the like button when somebody like J Relo comes on, but y'all not hitting the like button for us. So why you think the algorithm always shows something like that? We said that's entertaining. I think instead of showing how entertaining it is, it should show how sad it is. We should
yeah.
be talking about what not to do instead of laughing at this dude to do it. Because the more we laugh, he thinks it's comedic, and they just keep doing the same thing. So
Oh,
if you keep the like
he
button
called
for somebody,
himself bigger than Ace Live, Checks and Effect just the other day while he was on Razor Ray's show. There was almost 500 people in that room while he was sitting there talking all the yin yang. Now what y'all seeing? These are the guys that you guys are worshiping, but y'all can't show up when there's a negative. Y'all show up when it's all fucking drama and everything else. Buck Travel, go ahead. Carlos, hold on
Hey,
because we still got a couple more people.
salute to the panel. Rico, Rolling Fearless, salute and others. Yeah, I just want to interject and say, man, we should not put the blame on JRello himself. We should place the blame on the enablers, the guys that's funding these trips, the guys who are watching him crash out every time he goes to the zoo or some Cartagena or whatever. It's those guys. Like, I feel like he should only get 50% of the blame. The other 50% is like these guys that
That's
want J
crazy work
Relo to
that you would
crash
say
out
that.
because they're using him as a puppet. You know, it's like they kind of laughing at him. They fund the trips, and it's like at the end of the day, they just want to get their laughs on. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
for them, they kind of view J Relo as a clown, and that's why they fund his trips. And I would interject and say, JRello is not a passport bro. He's a pass bro. He's a passport pookie. There's a difference between the two terms. A passport bro is a guy who goes traveling overseas, have fun, follows the rules, follow the regulations, respect the culture, comes back. That's it. A passport pookie is what a JRello is. Big difference.
Right. He has no respect for the culture, the people. He just wants to get what he can get, and he don't give a damn about if he hurts anybody's feelings. Yeah, I'm in 100% agreement with Buck. Yeah, but I want to say this. Yeah, the big problem is the people that fund him. They are the problem. They are the number one problem because he wouldn't be where he is today if people hadn't kept sending him money. All right. For the life of me, why people keep sending that clown money, I don't know. But that's what keeps that cockroach alive. People sending him money. All right. I lay all the blame on them. All of the blame on them. Because he wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't been for those people finding his trips. All right. I guess all I got to say.
Okay, I got a couple of questions I wanted to ask.
Go ahead, Rico.
And I understand, again, I hear everybody stretching to say what he's not. But again, I'm just looking at behavior. And I'll even preface it with this. JRello's not the only fuck up in the space. He might be one of the worst because he wasn't the only one that was fucking up in Sosua this weekend. Let's keep it a buck. It was multiple crash outs up there, people doing very similar behavior. We talked about the people smoking the weed, which is illegal in the fucking DR. So you go to another country and you say, fuck their laws, I'm going to do what I want because I can do that. He is far from being the only one. The space is infected with people who have that behavior. And again, he's in passport bro spaces, and passport bros do shit to almost a lesser degree, but it's still the same thing. So I refuse to let y'all say he's not what he is. Other ones may not be as bad as he is. I get that. Some of them smartly and rightfully don't choose to film, record, and put on the internet their behavior. I definitely support that. If you're gonna do your debauchery and your fuckery, you don't need to put it on the internet. So I give them credit for that. But I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, they're saints and they're over there in the country doing the good of the country, because they're not. These are men, young men, going overseas, sowing their wild oats, and that's fine. But they do it with a lack of decorum and dignity. I'm not even getting into that either. I'm not the fucking moral police or no deep police.
You sure about that, Uncle Rico? Sound like you are. You are the moral police.
All I'm saying, yeah, you know, that's what they're gonna tell me. But all I'm saying is, and he's not the only nigga that done got fired for going overseas. He's not, and he won't be the last one, because
That's
it's
true.
a thought process and a behavior of certain people in these spaces that do this. I'm just not going to let y'all say JRello's not what he is, because we all can see and hear. All of his subs are Passport Bro subs. It's a
Jesus Christ
audience.
Don't get hurt.
JRello subs are Pookie.
Ty, you next after Carlos. Carlos, go ahead.
And Pookie.
Hold on. Carlos Red, then Ty. Go ahead and let Ty talk after Carlos Red. You can respond a little bit to Uncle Rico.
Yeah, let me get one
question. With the Passport Bro name. He wants to smear the name so bad because he's associating all these the debauchery and effery with the Passport Bros instead of Passport Pookies. We identified those clowns 6 years ago. But when other people started finding out about the whole travel movement, they started calling everybody a Passport Bro. And those clowns started identifying as Passport Bro. And people are jumping on that name trying to smear it. So regardless of what the hell you call yourself, there's responsible travelers and there's irresponsible travelers. That's how I distinguish the difference between the two. I don't go around saying, oh, everybody's a Passport Bro, everybody, oh, that's them Passport Bros, like old Crust like to do. I don't do that shit.
They said it to the point that they claimed.
One second, guys. One second.
Okay.
Because of JRello.
Go ahead.
I'm out.
I have a question for you, old Crusty, because this seems to be. I listened to everything you said.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you have a place in Sosua. You travel.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Not in Sosua.
I'm sorry.
God, please don't do that to me. Okay.
You have a place in the Dominican Republic.
Yes.
So what makes you not a Passport Bro, and what makes him that? Because I only say that because me and Ronan say that we are not.
Right.
But everyone keeps saying we are. So what makes you not a
Passport? And that was that's. I'm glad. Oh, that's great, because I was actually getting ready to say that to Carlos Red. They even label me a Passport Bro, and you guys, simply because we're a black man that travels. So that's how generic they made the title. They did this shit, not me. They said if you're a black man with a passport and you travel, you're a Passport Bro. That's
okay, who is the they? Who is the they?
Excuse me, I've heard it repeatedly said it, and Fearless even said they've called him that. Same thing with Ronan. I don't accept the title, because to me, the title is not. I love to see black men travel. I just think that the name has become too closely synonymous with basically being a sex tourist. That's the problem.
Hold on, Carlos. Let him get it out. Hold on. We got to read the super chats. Come on now.
We got to read the super chat. We got to give a shout out to QB Passport Flex. And he says, "Oh, Krusty, go get him, baby. Go get him, old Krusty."
Yeah.
All right, Carlos, you got one more response. Hold on, Carlos. You got one more response.
I didn't get a chance to finish.
I still want to get Ty in here. Ty hasn't said a word yet. Y'all carrying the conversation. I get it. Go ahead.
The only thing where I'm saying the differentiation, I would say for me, you, and Rona, is we don't travel for sex. Okay? There in the space, there are a large number of men who, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you travel for. It's nothing illegal about it. There's nothing really, to me, even immoral about it. But that's what that particular type of black traveler has become synonymous with if you glom onto the title of Passport Bro. Men who choose to leave, to go overseas, to have sex with other women for whatever reason. And that's not me. So absolutely, I'm not that. But I am a black man and I travel. But them niggas gonna say I am just because because it's like it lessens what they're doing. I'm like, you do whatever the fuck you want. You want?
I got a quick question. Let me jump in here. Y'all back and forth with this. Is there anybody on the panel or in the chat that's ever donated to this cat? And if so, why? I'm just curious to the mind thought of anybody who has ever sent him. What was it about? And I
could never send
that
this
a person
guy any
like
money.
this, I don't know nothing about this cat. I've only seen him. This is my first time seeing him here in Rodman. Hold up, Kings. Hold up, Kings. Y'all was spitting for a minute. Let me get a hot second in here. I only just from the little bit I've seen of this cat, he just seems like a low quality person. He's just doing whatever he can to get by. So he's going to attract that type of group. So my thing is, I think the people who would support him is people who want to do that can't. They rather live vicariously through him, like you guys had said. So I'm just curious, has anybody here ever freaking like throwing him anything? Because there's a lot more cats I'd rather support, like QB or anybody else out here.
Well, let me put it this way, Bacchus. We've had him on the Andrew show, but it's always been in a way of trying to discourage the way he moves and to encourage him improving the way he's moving around. You get what I'm saying?
Obviously, that didn't take.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like talking to a brick wall. That's
we call it the donkey now. If you know that story, if you don't, go on my videos and go watch.
We had him on the Andrew show.
The original Passport Bros don't even call themselves Passport Bros anymore. They go by Blue Book Gentlemen and other names. So yeah, the name has been sold so much that that the original Passport Bros don't even call themselves that anymore. I just want to make that point. All right.
You know why? You know why they do that? Because the name has been hijacked. And you got guys like JRello coming in, calling themselves Passport Bros, even though they're not. And that kind of hijacked the name. And now when that happens, they're gonna move on to the next new term that's coming up.
Okay, we had him on the Andrew show. We kept trying to convince Jay Watermelon that what he was doing was wrong. He kept trying to convince us that there's nothing wrong with it. It's all right to be the monkey, the monkey of the black race. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We kept saying it's not cool being the monkey of the black race because the black brothers ain't gonna like you. Maybe the other monkey's gonna like you, but the real truth, you gotta say, everybody on this panel right now, we all think alike. All of us. None of us are Passport Bros on this panel. All 9 of us. We all don't like what we are seeing in this travel community that we created, that these Passport Bros came out of the pandemic to start these wicked ass channels. This is the unique part about it, having a panel full of mature men, not people screaming and fighting at each other and creep camming and you can understand Sosua is flooded with cocaine, marijuana, and prostitution. That's a living hell. That's hell. Okay, I also had an apartment in Puerto Park. I chilled out in Cabaret. I spent time with Taylor Made Dreams. He's a good dude. Okay, it's not all about that when you go to DR. I would rent out a motorcycle and just ride up and down Route 5 and have fun. Okay, DR is a beautiful place to travel, but Sosua is completely scarred. You talk to any woman from Cabaret to Puerto Plata, they be like, yo, they would never go to Sosua. Never. These women never will go to Sosua because they know that it's got a black eye. And this panel is important for these passport pookies to see that, hey, there is a generation of people that don't like what they're doing. And you're right, this is a group of cockroaches feeding another cockroach to show them how to crash. And they think it's funny. They think it's funny until something happens to this man. And this is what's going to happen. One day, just like Al Pacino said in Dog Day Afternoon, every dog has its day. One day something's going to happen bad to this dude, yo. He already lost his job. He put it on the internet and he lost. This is what he feels. He want to see people see him crash. Okay? There's only one more ultimate crash for him.
Hold on, Carlos.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have muted myself.
No, Ty.
But
go ahead.
I spoken of, like I said, all 9 of us are thinking the same way. So let it be known. Let it be known, Passport Bros, because of us, they don't want to carry that name no more. Because of us, their stocks are going down. Because of men like us that don't appreciate the monkey. The
Let
monkey.
me address this real quick, King.
All right, I gotta go.
Lucas
I got a phone call,
Martinez,
but I'll pass it on.
Lucas Martinez says, I wish y'all would talk about something else but reload. He's really not that interesting. I agree, but I'm gonna challenge you to this, Lucas. We did a show, and I think Old Krusty was on it. We did a show with a therapist where we talked about men, depression, and things like that. This crazy show where we talk about somebody getting fired has almost 100 people in it, where that show may have had 30 people in it. It's not that we would want to talk about this, but we hope that we can talk about it to give you a lesson. But if you do not like to talk about people like JRello, stop showing up to places where they make him look like he's special. Stop showing up to those places and liking those channels where it makes him seem like what he's doing is correct, and start supporting other people that do more, who do better things. Did we ever hear from
All right,
Ty?
Ty, we need to hear from you, brother.
What's good, man? How y'all doing on the panel?
What's going on with you, man?
Not too much, bro. Not too much. I just really joined because like like Fearless said, when it be something of substance, unfortunately, you don't get this much of a count, in the chat or just participating and listening. And I think you really can get game from all type of topics, and especially something like that. But I was, kind of taken aback to see you guys talk about this because I feel that's on the lower vibrating side of the passport. I don't even say bros, man, just black guys, men of color with passports who obviously have means to travel. And unfortunately, means to travel can be mean you got a decent, gig that gives you vacation time so you won't get fired like this idiot, or you can just bust your ass in the warehouse and afford a, $200 trip on Spirit, like we can clearly see the JRellos of the world do. So I've probably been looking in and out of the travel space for upwards of maybe 2 years before I even got a passport. My brother, he's like, we're stair steppers. He's a year older than me, and he jumped out the bag first and went to Brazil. And he just came back showing me so much fun stuff. He's unfortunately we're younger. He's just about to turn 40 next month, but unfortunately, he became a widow kind of early, and so he just needed something to shake him up, and he wound up going to Brazil. And just came back telling me about all the culture and showing me the pictures and different facets of life over there. I mean, clearly it was some not really, I won't say debauchery, but just things that you can do as an adult. Wink, that's over there, but that's everywhere. So he was just saying, yeah, it was over there and it was cool. I might have dipped in once or twice, but he was like, you can do so much different things, the sightseeing, the favelas, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, cool. Only reason I didn't go first when I got my passport after he convinced me to get one, I just long flights. Maybe if I was gonna stay for upwards of 2 weeks, I could probably stomach it, but I can't see myself going for a week. And then one of those days or two of them, I wasted just flying back. So after like labeling, minimalizing everything, I wound up looking into DR, and I really seen some of, good and bad, but mostly good, because if stuff just didn't resonate with me, I would just kind of change the channel with YouTube wise. Like, so I seen the JRello kind of stuff, and I'm like, these are just niggas with warehouse jobs more than likely, or a temp service that can go save up a couple $100 and go somewhere. And clearly, I mean, couple hundred, because I'm not. I'm just. I was the one who made a joke in the comment about him being from Gary. But that's that like-minded. And I'm from the Chicagoland area, so
Right.
I'm not saying Gary is anything. But I would say the stuff that caught my speed more so was the type of stuff on you guys' level. I was checking out they call themselves Blue Book Cartel. It's the other Ronin, but as well as this Ronin too caught my speed. But mainly it was Fearless when he was on his older. I really hate that he got rid of that older channel, because I had met a girl over there, so which is now my wife, obviously in my avatar, and he was just talking about vetting women and just more mature type of stuff, and I'm like, okay, I can do this because I got means to travel, and I'm about to be exiting out, but I was at the government sector, like at a higher level postal facility, and I was like, okay, so I can travel, and it's not really an issue, and this seems like more my speed. I've never tapped into the Sosua stuff because I say like 60-70% of the stuff I see was just kind of low vibrational things you could really do here. You just doing it in another country. So it never it never really spiked me up, man. I can go to Chicago, I can go to Bissonnette, I can go any track and doing this stuff they bragging about doing. So just because I'm getting it at a 40% rate, you know, if I can get it at 40% rate, what's she gonna give it to the next dude? You know what I'm saying? So that didn't really spark my attention. So I like the, you know, like I said, the old Fearless Travel stuff when he was with Austin, that kind of sparked my interest because it was things that I could do that was more so like my speed. So this JRello stuff,
Ty, my brother, let
what
me
up?
help you out. I don't want you to give up on it, brother. You know, all I did was I switched a little bit. So I have a Fearless 360. So as you can see, I still do the travel like this. This we are in Negril, Jamaica, and you don't see nothing, no hoes that show us what we
no,
do.
no, no, no.
No, I'm just saying. This
Okay.
was my podcast. So I just want to show you on, you know, because people think I don't have a travel channel. I just changed it so I
Oh,
had a travel channel. So you see all the
oh.
stuff that I do over there.
So
I
so
still
this
travel,
is
but I
a
don't.
this is a page that exists now.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, sir. Yes, it
Got you,
does.
got you, got you, got you.
I got the lead attorney on this one, so I put all my stuff on another channel. I just have not promoted it and added all my videos to it.
Ah,
So I don't
okay,
want you to think
good.
that I try to tell people I got more than one, and it's not about garbage because what I still try to do on my other channel is tell people how to travel, the things that you can save money, the places you can go, and
What
I
your
try to tell
Sosua trip was one of the better ones I've seen. Your Sosua blog was one of the better ones I've seen. We did our anniversary. Well, not. I'm sorry. Our honeymoon in Puerto Plata. I just didn't go to Sosua. We went to Emotions. It was a what do you call it? It was a resort. So, you know, and I did get to see some of the town people because, like an idiot, I jumped into the pool with her phone in my trunk. So I had to go replace that the next day. But and I loved it. The people there were very nice. The guy, I gave him like a 20. He was more than grateful. They was trying to tax the brother like $75 to use the ATM. My wife was thinking on her head first, like, baby, just send me a MoneyGram and I'll go to the bank here. And you know, that's how she was thinking smart. And we went and he waited on us hand and foot, took us, you know, I made it up to him by sitting through one of those things where they try to upsell you. And, you know, of course we said no and got to the free stuff. But just because he did that, I tipped him with the cash I did have on me and it was very cool. So I said that to my friends, they're getting passports because they seen how much fun I got. They seen I actually found a partner and they was like, let's go. And so they've been talking about Sosua, and I'm just like, you know, like we can do stuff there, bro, but I'm just not here chasing no female. And another thing with the Blue Book Cartel, they don't support this craziness because they always promote the brothers there who have businesses, and that's what kind of attracted me to that part. Like, oh, it's black guys and you know retirees and ex vets, which I'm a military baby, so my oldest brother and a bunch of my uncles and my father are all ex-military experts, and I'm like, I could, you know, check that out. That seems cool, but it stops there. I'm trying to live in a nice area, you know, chill stuff. I'm not, you know, smoking and I ain't really. I can stay here for that, man. Chicago is a hop, skip, and jump just as well as Gary. So that's all I really
Yes,
want to throw in, man. I'm glad you
don't give
dropped that
up
other
on it, brother.
channel.
Ty, don't give
I
up on
can't.
me. I'm gonna put the
Oh
channel
man.
in the in there, and then even my wife. If you look in, this is her channel. So if you look at all the things we do, this is when we went to Thailand, the monkey show. Even when we go to DR, this is what we do. This is DR, but this is the monkey jungle in DR in Sosua. So this
Okay.
is at the monkey jungle. So you can go even if you go near Sosua and do things that don't have anything to do with no chicas. So
Okay.
I'm gonna put those channels in there so you understand. Hey, you know, we still do it. We do the food. We do the. This is us doing hang. This
That's
is
the
in
stuff,
DR.
man. I love the
This is
normal pay stuff.
correct. It ain't no chicas. If people say y'all doing chicas, we talk about how much it costs. This is us hang gliding, in this is in DR. So don't
Cool.
you are the person that I really like to hear from, brother, because that is more encouraging, and I hope that other guys out there really want to take advantage of this.
I love it.
But
And
we'll have that channel, and
I
I'm gonna
have
be posting more to it.
one quick question, Fearless, real quick. I know it's off topic, but okay. So we're in the process of getting her paperwork done. What did you and your wife do first? Did you get her a tourist visa, or did you apply for a marriage visa?
All right. So here go the thing. I know we kind of off topic. Tourist visa sometimes is very difficult for people to get over there.
Okay.
They sometimes do it, and I would, if you can do that first, I would do that first just so you can vet them when they come to the United States, so you see what they're talking about. But it can be very tricky, and because they have a whole bunch of stipulations. And it's weird because I've seen people who do not have the financial backing or things like that get
Me
the green
too.
card
Me
before.
too. Her father divorced her. They were never married, but then he met a woman in New York, showed that he had a job in like a property, even it was not that the best of property, and now he's in New York while the rest of his kids are over there. And I know COVID slowed a lot of things down. So even her older sister, she's married to a brother actually from Pennsylvania, and they're still in the waiting line, and they got all these ducks in a row, but it's just they're waiting out a waiting line, and I'm like, man, that sucks.
TY, I'm gonna put my email in the chat. Hit me up. Oh, see, this is my wife. Tell your wife to contact me. That's my wife telling you that. She
Definitely
watching
will.
that.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Thanks so much, Felix. I'm finna take it back. Salute, fellas. I love it.
All right. Hey, I appreciate those kind words, man. That's really what keeps me going.
Hey,
And
Fearless, I
as she
wanted
said,
to.
I'll help you guys through the process. She there, so we've been through
I
this
just wanted
process.
to add, I think it was an important thing that the brother Ty said that was so solid. When we look at, like, there's a couple of things, again, as strongly as I feel about JRello, he is absolutely not the only one in the space that's problematic. We know it. I don't need to name people. Some of them are YouTube content creators. We know. Come on, we grown men. You know, we're all seasoned men. We know he's not the only one. But in addition to that, I love what Ty said, because what you see going on up there is what we would call out when we see in some urban areas here in America. Like you said, you see that shit in Chicago, parts of DC, Atlanta, LA, and we would call it out and say, there they go with that shit again. Blah, blah. Yep. So to see black men go overseas and take that same behavior is very disappointing. And I'm not saying it's all of them, but it's clearly too goddamn many of them. And what they've done is they've invited people, men of that mentality. I seen them up there throwing up gang signs. I'm like, I know I'm not the only person that sees this shit. I'm not the only person. And they're putting it on the internet because I wasn't in Sosua. I wasn't up there. So how did I know? See, that's what they don't ask. They're like, Rico, how did you know? Y'all motherfuckers keep telling me. How did we know Rello got fired? He decided to put it up on the internet. Ain't nobody go to Gary to see that shit happen. So they got to stop with this. Don't look at me. Don't point at me. Don't call me out. I'm like, these are the same men who have no problem calling out the West. They won't shut the fuck up demonizing Western women, but yet they don't want you to have an opinion about the bad look that they choose to intentionally and willingly to put online. That I'm glad Brother Ty can see the difference, but he clearly knows it's more than just JRello, and we got to stop playing like it's just him. We got to stop that.
That's you're right about that.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure if I know of anybody that's saying it's just JRello. He's one of the main one of the clowns, but yeah, the whole space is being, I wouldn't say the whole space, but a large portion of the space is being dominated by these clowns. And unfortunately, they're big. There's really nothing we can do about it. You know, I try to have a positive message on my channel, but you know, what can I do? You know, just like you said, when you have a positive message, you don't get as many views. But when you bring JRello on there, all of a sudden you get all these views. So, you know, it is what it is. So,
but I'll say this: views shouldn't dictate your character.
Oh yeah,
it shouldn't dictate your character. It shouldn't dictate your morals. What you can do is you can do what I try my damnedest to do every day, and I think Fearless and Rona do the same thing. I try to distance myself from that shit. That's why no matter how many times they call me a passport bro, I make it crystal clear I am not. I don't even some of the more refined groups I try not to affiliate with. Not that I have anything against them. It's just like I'm a older black man that travels. I've always been traveling. I will continue to travel. I don't need to be affiliated with anything that I had, that because people want to join these clubs and they don't vet them. So they talk about vetting women. I'm like, you better vet these damn titles that you're trying to claim to, because you really don't know. I don't want to be a gentleman of anything, and I don't know who in the next iteration group is going to be out there crying at the airport or whatever. So all I'm saying is, and I like the fact that in the comments people said, too, let me be crystal clear. As an older black man, there are a whole bunch of old head pookies ruining the space too. I do not want you young men to think it's just y'all. It is not y'all. It's not just y'all. It's y'all too. But it's some old ones that damn sight should have known better and grown up a long time ago. They're still out there acting like juveniles. And I probably despise them more than I do to JRello. JRello's too damn old, but when I see him 50 and 60 acting like that, I'm twice as pissed.
Okay.
I know y'all get upset. I know that we did play J Reo today, but this was not for entertainment. This was actually for learning purposes only. No, for entertainment purposes. We hope that if we can show somebody like this doing something, that y'all don't make the same mistakes, to chase some cheeks, to go somewhere, get fired from a job just because you're trying to get clout. That's something the female does. If she want to go get clout and do other things, and she puts her job at jeopardy, we can't do that. So this was not to entertain or be happy for him. This is to show what exactly happens when you don't take care of business, when you put chicks before your money. You know, as Chris Rock said, you can always get money, or you can always get chicks by chasing money, but you can never get money by chasing chicks. And if this is something else, this is bad for our environment.
Facts.
Okay. Yeah.
Carlos, we like to go, we go around. We're not going to stay on too much longer because I got a job too, and I can't get fired from my job.
And I got an appointment that I'm about to leave for. So,
yep. So let's go ahead and get this closed out. I want to get closing statements. We'll start with Carlos, then we'll go to Mr. G, NYC Buck, and we end with the seniority of old Krusty Rico in those words. Carlos, go ahead, sir.
All right. Okay. Let's keep everything clear. You have idiots that call themselves passport bros, and you got intelligent brothers that call themselves passport bros. So I'm not going to demonize a person because they call themselves a passport bro. I'm going to demonize them on their actions. That's why I always say we got the irresponsible travelers and you got the responsible travelers. I represent the responsible travelers, people who share my values and people who go about things the way I would do things. I have not had any problems at all. My over 10 years of traveling, I have never had any kind of major drama or anything. The worst drama I had was my cell phone got stolen. But that was just a one-time thing. It wasn't like a constant drama here and there. Don't have enough money to get home. None of that stuff. I never had any of those kind of problems. Never. All right. And that's what people need to understand. They need to travel responsibly. Understand, just because you feel you're from a rich country, don't feel you're better than locals. All right, you're on their turf. You need to respect their laws and how they feel about things. Because what's going to happen is there's going to be some resentment, and then they're going to come at you. And then not only they're going to come at you, they're going to come at other Americans, all because of what you did. So, you know, they don't realize that they're creating a problem for everybody. All right, and that's all I got to say. All right. All right, take care. By the way, I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a special guest, this Kenyan woman who's a major content creator. I'm going to be interviewing her. So letting you know. All right, take care. All right, bye.
Put your link in there for me. I have not heard from Full Circle, so I'm going to hear from Full Circle, and then NYC, you can help close it out. Go
All
ahead,
right, thanks. Can you hear me?
Come back. I see you dropped off, but you know those words of wisdom we need to hear. Go ahead, sir.
All right. You can hear me, sir? You can hear me?
Yes.
All right, great. So my question, the gentleman that just jumped off the panel, and just so you know for the record, I travel and I get it in. But my question to the whole panel before they start, leaving and dispersing it goes back to, I guess, in my eyes, my opinion is accountability. Was there any time that you might think personally, and whoever's left on this panel, that there could have been something done? For example, when the whole thing jumped off with the whole passport bros, and I've seen it myself. Why couldn't it have been not just exclusive and to each their own? This whole thing with the internet, and I get that. This proving a point and show me something. I've seen it. We've all seen it. From Colombia to wherever. We've got to show all the photos, all the pictures, all this and the other. I've noticed this, and I'm going to go there. With black men, it always has to be for show. That's a major, major problem. We've always got to show. It's literally for show, to show something. And you got to take it there. A lot of local people in those particular countries and places, they're not too keen to that. And I personally don't think that you have to put all your business out there, for one. You could be a passport bro or not. I myself personally, I don't claim myself to be a passport bro, and I never have. I don't have any qualms or issues with them, but exclude me from that. But personally, in my personal life, I don't have to put all my stuff on the internet, especially the private stuff. And I'm not saying I don't know Diddy type of level, but I think that's a major, major problem when you start doing that. And then it starts to attract and draw the hood type of dudes, if you know where I'm going. And now it brings a bad name and puts us in a bad light, is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Circle. When I had thought about relocating there, I had gone up to Santiago, then I went up to, I guess it would still be Sosua, but more like Cabarete, places like that, Kite Beach. And when I did stop in Sosua, because I went to a client lease, you did not see, it was Germans at that time, or Europeans, people from Germany, Europe, all white men. And it was not the same. So I think the red light district had been going on for a long time, but they were discreet. It was just like their place they went and got away. You never seen all of this. I got to show it on TV or put it on YouTube, send back pictures. And then basically, I know they had to be doing the same thing, but that's what we do. And I don't know what is the issue with that. But we also do when it comes to economy. You look at somebody like how a Zuckerberg dresses, t-shirt, jeans, and he's a billionaire. And somebody who ain't got no money got to have on penny and everything else. So it's like we have to try to show the world we doing something, but when you really doing it, nobody knows what you're doing.
Right, and I got to add this in. There was a time, and I told this to my lady friend, and she's Thai. You know what I mean? She's from Laos. We had this conversation. She's Laos, and the reputation of black men is trash. I'm gonna call it for what it is. Now, I've met women from all over different places. We're not gonna go and talk that and act like there was at that time. Everybody want to be the black man, or everybody wherever we go, want to be with the black man. Do you know our reputation is in the gutter? It's trash. That's gone. I'm adding on to what you're saying. It used to be a time like I've been to the DR ages ago. I've been everywhere. I was in Brazil last month. Had a great time. Rock the Rio concert to go see Cyndi Lauper. Okay, and there was so many there, so many women there. But as far as being that black man, you can count on black people. But they have their ones out there too. But it wasn't like, ooh, that's the black man, that's the black man, that's the black man. You got it twisted. You got it wrong. If you think that the minute you get off the plane, now back then during our time, yeah, we had it going on like that. But now it's been ruined. And I'm not saying that men have to put out videos more like that. And I get it for the men who was on the panel. How do you turn this around? Honestly, I don't know how you can do that, because now that it's already out the bag, you know, the Jack in the Box, dun, 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 it's already out. We had a great reputation. We had it going on. Not individually, not talking about running game and having game. I think we can get it in. Most of the men on the panel, including myself. But as a whole, you got the men out here, they get that passport, they think it's on and popping, but they got it real messed up because they don't realize once they're there, they're taking what they have with them, their ways and their traditions and their whatever they got going on, and they're taking it over there. And for the average ones like ourselves, regardless of your career and what you got in your pockets or your bank account, it messes things up for us, and it's not a good thing. And it's been happening for on a regular. I don't travel in groups like a crew and an entourage and a posse. I don't need that. When I travel alone, let alone trying to learn the language and know the language. But like I said, I don't need that as far as my record the minute I get there, because the reputation is already ruined. You can tell the minute you walk through that airport, the minute you land, they're already looking at you because they're already looking at the reputation. Oh, he's just another one. He's just another ninja, you know, he's just another thug. And you know, deep down in your heart, you're not that guy. And I just feel that ones that have put that up on the internet making videos about it. All of those ones that's got a camera all in these women's faces, depending on what they do in their, what they do in their personal life, even prostitution. You know what I mean? But they got the camera all in their face. That's so unnecessary. Then they're a target. Then they got to come back on the internet crying to us grown men that know how to act, know how to handle our business. That's not how you do things. No one, I don't think brothers don't need to be taught a class or taught how to travel. Then you have men trying to tell them, this is how you need to do, this is how you need to act. No, you just don't have common sense. And that makes no sense at all. And I don't roll with brothers like that. I'm down with you brothers on the panel, the ones that know how to get there and come back safe. But it needs to be shown in a different light, because right now it's way overboard. And now it's like, well, where do black men go to? They're running over here, Africa. You know what I mean? You got the ones out there, Hollerman. I've been to Africa, great place. Kenya, been there, done that. But it's how you handle things. Because right now, as I said, and I keep repeating it, it's real messed up. And I don't think it's no going back. But I'll continue doing what I do carefully and safely. But as far as what's happening right now, we had a good thing going, passport, bro, or not. But now, like anything else, why can't we just keep it on the up and up? Why does it always have to be ruined? Why? That's crazy to me. We can't have nothing, even with what's going on now with a group of men enjoying ourselves. It's always like shown in a bad light, messed up reputations, and everybody, the rest of the world, look at us too. Then you got to look at the part of, you have men out there that want to have families, kids with women overseas, good women. They got to get ruined too because of these ain't about ish mid-type men. That ain't right, man. But I just thought I'd throw that at you. Just simple common sense.
I'll challenge you for a second, because I'm also going to challenge myself.
Okay.
I think I was under the belief that if I ignored the situation and said I was not a part of it, that it did not affect me. Meaning, that's not me, so it doesn't affect me. But I have seen in like the recent couple of years, at least in the recent 2 years, that me not saying I'm not that, and I shy away from that, and I don't go in those circles, it still affects me. So my question to you is, and to the rest of the panel, what is it that we can do? What's the solution? We talk about the problem. What is it that we can do? Is it that we show more positive sides of it? I'm open to suggestions. And if you tell me, hey, I'll do a whole video podcast on it. We can
let me step
try to
up to the
find out.
table. Phyllis, all we could do is what we're doing here today, is putting out the positive message. Phyllis, you're right. There was a time before the pandemic that brothers would travel in secrecy, and the place we would go with paradise. Okay, this is a situation where we have a bunch of black people at a barbecue, and then the wrong crowd shows up. Somebody gets shot. Okay, now the wrong crowd has got passports. You understand where I'm coming from, Phyllis? Now the wrong crowd got passports. And the same dudes that are messing up that barbecue are messing up the places that we travel. You're right. Back in the day, it was just the Europeans and a small set of black guys that were mature, that carried themselves in a mature way. And it was all kept on the quiet. Somebody opened their big mouth during the pandemic. Guys like BMT, the Mongerers, the Milanos, I'm cool with them a little bit. The roller tapes. These guys just blurted out there and put it on the internet. I don't like the way the passport bros look. I don't like the way they smell. I don't like the way they move. I don't like the way they talk. Okay, I can't go on any panels besides mature panels right now because there's a lot of yelling and screaming and fighting because they're not mature. They'll never get the point. There's no way for us to change it around unless they lose their passports. Or not paying child support or whatever. They got criminals traveling now. I don't know how they get into overseas. So maybe they're just giving away passports. But I know one thing. It's like the brother said, the cat is out the bag. And the dudes that are throwing the money at the strip clubs, the dudes that are shooting each other, the dudes that need to be part of a group or the Bloods or the Crip, these are the guys that are traveling and they looking at this dirty trash can dude, JRello, and they think that, he's just like us. If he could do it, we could do it. But you're destroying the culture, destroying what we built in secrecy before this pandemic started. So all we can do, gentlemen, is continue to have positive panels like this, and maybe they can dilute themselves and understand that, hey, these are men who've been through it. You know, I've traveled the world. I travel by myself because I like to think by myself. I don't need a group of people to think for me. Oh, let's all go here. Let's all go there. Let's go. No, I do what I want to do. If I want to sleep all day, wherever country I'm gonna sleep all day. I don't have to worry about my phone's ringing. But on that note, that's all we can do is continue to have positive, respectful panels with gentlemen instead of having the Wendy Williams show like some panels do. Anyway, God bless you all, and I appreciate Ronnie
I'm gonna let
and
Carlos go one time, but before I do that, I want to address this be gone. He said, "Are we talking about mongering or just travel content that is under fire? Never an issue when other races did it. Well, the reason it wasn't an issue is because they weren't exploiting it and putting it all on the internet for everybody to see. I mean, right now we have no type of what would be the word? Things that we were embarrassed about at one time, we are no longer embarrassed about. We just don't care. Things that, a chick robbed me. She took advantage of me. I got fired from my job from not doing those. Those used to be things that we were embarrassed to even let people know. Now we put it for the whole world to know. So it has to be this embarrassment thing. We just, Carlos, you said you got something positive. I'll let you go. Then I will close it out, sir. And I appreciate everybody coming to the panel today. This was a quick
And
session.
Fearless, I want to go last after he's done. I want to go last. Yeah.
All right, full circle. Go ahead and end it, and I'll let Carlos go after that.
Okay. I'm gonna throw this in, Carlos, right before I'm gonna get this in, Carlos. Thank you, Fearless. I'm gonna add on to the conversation. I'm on the late freight. I'm gonna add on to the part. There was someone in the chat that mentioned his name was Brolick. I can't get his name right, but he asked about the older ones, the old heads, what's going on with their videos. And always, as far as YouTube, I've been around for a very long time, and I always wondered about that. Even with the topic and content creators on traveling, the old heads, maybe it's finances, maybe it's resources, maybe it's money, maybe they in the cut, like the Skull and Bones, a secret society. You rarely see the older cats that's out there. And I like that. Maybe they're behind the scenes and they over there getting it in. They just don't want to, they're old school, traditional. They don't need to put their stuff out there. What I will say is that with the videos, the gentleman that just left, I like that. Keep it coming, but the positivity. Because I noticed this is that there's no need when you that guy, there's no need to be doing all of that. Where it's like, look at me each time, almost every time. I like the business part of it. When I was in the DR, I was at a bar as soon as I first got in, not just touchdown, but when I got in and got out the taxi and put my stuff in the hotel room. There was a bar I went to owned by some Russians. And the bartender told me, she said, oh yeah. And it was a group of them just chilling there sitting. They didn't have their mind on the women. That was the last thing on their mind. But yet, check it. If they did, nobody knew it. And it was around 5 of them at a table, Russians. Now, I wasn't going to go over there and get all caught up in their conversation, but it seemed like it was about some business. I like seeing things like that. Where I'm going with this is that when it comes to us and ones around the world know what we about, it's always on that type of, it's always about that. Sex. Why can't it be about business? Where I'm going with this is with the videos. When you start seeing us, it's got to be more to us, brothers, than just that. We know we can get it in. Hey, hello, we black men. It ain't nothing we can't do, but it can't be always about that when it comes to us. Okay. So if you see us coming together, when you said to challenge me, that's my challenge. Yeah. When you see our videos or you see ones like yourselves and other black men on the positive part, see us talking business around a group of, at a table with black men and other cultures on business, doing videos and doing mobile videos on how to make money, resources. The elections is coming up, regardless if you're in this country or not. How can you get to the next level? And ones that are positive, the young ones, how can we as old heads, and I'm old school, just if you don't know it, but I am, be that one that can trickle that down to the next generation to be like, it ain't always about that. And I hope for you to have a family, whatever you decide to get outside the country, and pick one to your liking. And then you can grow and have a family and a business. And let it be on the bit and have other businesses. And that's where I'm at with this. It can't always be about the women. Let it be on business. That's going to come. But when you travel, you're networking. You're broadening your business from one place to another country. And you have all your business everywhere else. It's got to be more, brothers, to us than just that. Start putting more videos, not just positive videos, but put more videos about that. Because as I said before, it's out. That's all they see us as. Oh, he up in here. If he hanging out at one of the spots and clubs, he here to rack up on all the women. Why can't he be racking up on? Let me talk to that guy over there. That I don't know if I got the language down. That's about something. Maybe he can help and network something. You'd be surprised the men that ain't flashy and showing things. They might have families and companies that's beyond anything you'd ever know. And we done pass up on that because we so busy thinking about the JJ. Our minds is on the big JJ. And so when we put out the videos, that's all they see us. Look at his channel. That's all he talking about. What about his over there? Same thing. Rarely you'll see a channel where it's like he got that, but he know how to separate it. He knows how to put it in its, in perspective, in his category. That he's about this, this, and this. He's somewhat of not perfect, but he's a Renaissance man. A Renaissance man of traveling. Be that travel brother. And that's the challenge that I throw back. Be that guy. Separate yourself. Because like I told you, when I travel, I don't get down like that. I don't need a bunch of dudes. And if I see a whole, as they stereotype us, there goes a group of brothers over there, they ain't up to no good. It's here in the United States. It's everywhere. But the reputation is shot. Reverse that. Change that. Start putting out more videos to be like, when I'm over here, this is about business. And I'll show you brothers how I get down. No scamming, no BS or no nothing. Because that's the reputation we got now too as brothers. We always scamming, trying to get over. It's so negative now. It's past beyond that. You got to separate yourself and get out of that and reverse it. If you can, if you have the ability and the power to do it, you can do it if you want to. And the ones that ain't a part of that, leave them away. Leave them now. Exclude yourself. What are you about? Are you about that? Sorry, brother. I'm not about that. I'm on some other level and stuff. And keep your safe and alive. Because these stories coming back, oh, he got unalived, got deleted. Because of what? Because of being stupid, being dumb, and being caught up on that. Oh, he got his stuff jacked and taken, his cell phone, got poisoned. Got, caught up in the club, acting like he ain't never had nothing since
Well,
nothing
I'm telling you, Circle. I'm gonna say that, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Then you need to like and subscribe to us. The more people we get doing this, the more we would do. I put my channel on there, Ronan's channel. If you joined it, like and subscribe. If we get support like that, these are the type of things we do. We love to do it. I'm gonna
Right.
let Carl.
I got you, and I got your back on that. It's just like I said, I'd like to see more of that because there's going to be, you can't stop it. A brother mentioned that you're not going to be able to stop this. It's already done. You got they steady coming. How the criminals, how they getting in? And then the ones that you thinking when it was somebody that you might be, and I'm gonna throw this in there, somebody that you might be, interested in, maybe a potential. And they looking at you, you might be one of them dudes. You don't want to be caught up in, you don't want to be that guy because then you got to explain yourself. Then you got to go into the whole story. I'm not that guy. Then you got to prove yourself. I don't think we should have to prove ourselves. It's sad, but it's true. We got to prove ourselves because some idiot, some dumb, doing something they shouldn't do. And now we all put in the same bucket and category. It should be where it's like, when I see that man, when I see Fearless, when I see Carlos, I already know what I'm going up against. Not even going up against. I know what I got on my hands. I got that man right there. Yeah. Because how your character, how you carry yourself. Women know. Get what I'm saying? Women know. Men know. When I see that man, don't mess with them. Don't even test them because they got that reputation about it ain't about foolishness. That man is about business. And then if you separate it and go on a woman tip, about maybe a potential mate, that woman will know. Look how he carries himself. Look what that man. And we carry that wherever we go. Sad to say it's not like that. So some way, somehow, individually, maybe branch off to groups. Start to reverse this. Turn this around. And I got your back when you said to subscribe to the channels. I'm with it. But at the same time, we need to change some things. Put out different type of videos. But I'm done.
All right, I'm gonna let Carlos go. Then I'm gonna welcome Coop's Corner. Let him get a final word in, and we're gonna get out because I do not want to be like J Relo. Some things I got to take care of and pass out some Halloween candy.
Okay, I want to say I wanted to apologize to old Krusty. After hearing everything he has to say, we only disagree on a couple of things. So so I understand where he's coming from. It's just that he feels anybody who does something wrong is a passport bro. And you got good guys who call themselves passport bros. You got bad people who call themselves passport bros. And that's a major difference in our opinion. As far as what we should do now is to basically move in silence, go to different places. Is more to the world than Sosua and I guess a certain part of Medellin. There's other places in the world. We just move in silence, and we keep our business secret. And we don't air out our personal business to the whole world. We just we don't encourage a bunch of pookies to go to a new place. That's what we don't want to do. And that's on my panel when a guy starts mentioning a new country. Oh man, it's great here. I was like, I take the video down, I edit that out and put it right back up because I don't want any pookies going to these new spots that we know about. All right. I just don't want them. I just don't want to see them. I've seen what they did, how they destroyed certain places in a short period of time. But these women, they did exactly what these women wanted them to do. They wanted to see a negative example of a password bro, and those password pookies did just that. They gave them exactly what they wanted.
They never play any positive things of what the passport bros, or if you say brothers who are traveling are doing. It's they only highlight the negative, and then they say that person who was doing that negative is a representation of everyone. That's just like saying one person did something in Ethiopia, and now you're a representation of all of Ethiopia. That doesn't happen. We're the only people that do that. Black people are the only people.
I ran across some people who it's not just the so-called passport bros. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. You got about 30 seconds.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's not just the so-called passport bros, but pro-blacks who went to Africa. A lot of them showed their ass because a lot of them were pookies. Now, I'm not saying all of them were pookies, but a lot of those pro-blacks are also pookies, and they showed their ass in Africa because those African women told me about it. That's how come I knew, because I talked to these ladies, and they describe how they act and how they carry themselves and how they dress. Their pants were sagging. You can see their underwear, all that. Just every single stereotype you can think of, they described it perfectly. All right. So, okay. So the pookies are in Africa. All right. But a lot of these pro-blacks are pookies. Got it. So a lot of them went to Tanzania, but there's places that they don't know about. So we just keep it on the down low. So I tell friends, you can go this country, that country, wherever. So that's all we do. All right. We just keep it on the down low, what country we go to. All right. All right. That's it.
All right.
Take care.
I'm going to put everybody in the back because I'm going to be ending this in a second. I'm going to put you on the back. You're on the back. So it's just me and Coops. How you doing today, sir? Welcome to the channel.
How are you doing today, Mr. Fearless? I want to thank you and Ronin Travels for having me on.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. What do you think about this topic, and what do you think about the solution?
Yes, sir. Well, I had to call in, man. This popped up on my feed. A lot of different feelings regarding this. So the last gentleman or maybe somebody before him was speaking about pookies and things of that nature. So there's two sides to every coin, right? I actually met JRello and I did a video with him. He didn't have any of that energy around me because typically people are going to adapt to who they're around, if like that makes sense.
I do agree. I interviewed with Austin, and the people thing he said about Austin Holloman, I did not get any type of that energy with him.
Bingo. So also he just mentioned something about Africa. Like I've been all over Africa. Women have never even mentioned the word pookie to me because it's all about how you carry yourself. So basically people are attracted to negativity on YouTube. If you put out positive content, it's not going to get the views, unfortunately. And that's just the way that things are going. Now, if people do want to see more positive content, you have to support those creators. Like, it's just that simple. I've heard other creators say that as well. Like, if you actually like somebody's content and you really rock with them, join their membership, send them a couple dollars, Cash App, Super Chat, because that's the only way that creators can keep creating.
So let me see. He says, y'all, this person in the chat, y'all getting, what the hell? So wait a minute. Is y'all
wait a minute.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm in corporate. It's very difficult for me to read Ebonics. I've been out of Ebonics. I just a language. I know Spanish, a little bit of Portuguese. Ebonics takes a while to come back to me. So wait a minute. Whew. Is y'all getting boxed or not when y'all travel abroad, or y'all just want to try food? Well, as I said before, brother, if you go do everything else, all of that stuff will come. When I was traveling, that was the last thing I wanted to do. I seen the culture, I seen the places, and because of the way that I moved, the people were attracted to me. So the girls would come automatically. That's just like if you carry yourself a certain way or you make a certain type of income and you dress a certain way, You don't have to go looking for it. When you walk into the club and people see your presence, they're already attracted to you. So it's not about getting that. That should be secondary to everything you do. If you only going to get some box, your travel is messed up, bro. I'm sorry to tell you that. But go ahead, Coop's Corner. I digress.
Fearless just he just laid that out perfectly, man. One thing for me that I learned about traveling is you can get a lot of business done traveling, just depending on how you're carrying yourself. Like I've made very good connections traveling, whether it's Mexico, whether it's Kenya, whether it's Bangkok, Thailand. Salute to everybody in Bangkok that I do business with. And I'm actually headed to Africa soon because the company saw my work and they want me to do something for them. So what you put out into the world is going to come back to you tenfold. So just be like the energy that you want to see, and it's going to come back to you.
I agree. Coop's Corner, can you put your channel in the chat for me? That would be greatly appreciated. Maybe
Yes,
we
sir.
can follow more progressive people like yourself who has that same strategy.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to hold you up because I see people are pinging me because I got to do some work. So I'm going to be closing this chat out. I would love for you if you subscribe to both of our channels, and everyone please hit the like button. I'm just putting Coop's Corner YouTube/Coop's Corner. It's going to be in the chat. We greatly appreciate you coming up, brother. We need more positive things like yourself.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day. All right.
You too. All right, guys. We meet the end. What was this channel about? What was this videos about? It's about crashing out and doing stupid things to chase some chicks. Man, if that is what your travel is about, if you're doing everything just to get some tail and you losing your job, your respect, people who are following you just to chase some tail, your priorities are screwed up. And for the people who would support something like that, man, put your money in something else. As they say, don't give somebody a handout, give them a hand. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting something different, you crazy. And if you keep supporting somebody who keeps crashing out and doesn't learn, maybe you are the problem and they're not, because you're supporting something crazy. With that said, I'm going to close it out. I greatly appreciate everybody joining in. First of all, last but not least, man, thank you, Ty. Ty, brother, I needed those words of encouragement, those words of affirmation. It lets me know that sometimes I'm not doing the wrong thing, that I am on the right path, because even fearless can go astray sometimes. And I got to be straightened out. So steel sharpens steel. Thank you for putting the things in perspective and let me know that you watch the channel for something entirely different than just some chicks. I will be posting those back up. Work just got me a little bit, hackathon, things like that. But I will be posting that. Please follow the other channel. I put it in the chat. Everyone, thank you for watching. You guys have a great day.